Hi, I'm Laura Rolfe, and I am a certified franchise consultant. I'm excited to share some of my favorite franchisees in the senior care industry with you during this episode of Powered by Franchising. I have a certain passion for senior care, having started my career managing an Alzheimer's unit and being active on the board of directors for the Alzheimer's Association. So June, which is Alzheimer's Awareness and Brain Health Awareness Month, seemed appropriate to chat about senior care franchises. We are in a silver tsunami, so to speak, for our population. In the US, there are more than 10,000 seniors turning 65 every single day. So senior care franchises are a great opportunity to help serve your community and the senior care population. They work well in any market in the country. When I looked at senior care a few years ago, I thought to myself, boy, there are a lot of different options, but that's a good thing. It means that there is a growing demand and need for senior care, and also that the market supports having multiple opportunities to care for seniors. One of the other things that we'll talk about a few specific brands during the broadcast today, but we'll also talk about different types of senior care franchises and different ways, different opportunities to get involved in dementia care, Alzheimer's care, senior care placement, helping with transitioning seniors from their current living situation to other safe care environments. So having an emphasis in gerontology in college, that really catapulted me into my career in changing lives for all people, but particularly seniors. I am a former licensed social worker, and when I managed an Alzheimer's unit for almost 6 years, I fell in love with seniors. So we're going to talk about a few specific brands today that I really, really like. The first class are going to be part of the Best Life brands. Best Life Brands has 4 different senior care models. One of their longest running brands is Comfort Care Home Care. They launched Dementia Wise in 2013, which is an evidence-based dementia care practice. Their focus is on home care services for seniors, mostly companionship care, caring for seniors in their home, helping with meal preparation, light housekeeping, spending time reading, reminiscing with that senior, also doing things like grocery shopping, and then making sure that you're cultivating those memories for those seniors. So Comfort Care Home Care is available in many markets. They have more than 150 locations nationwide, but plenty of white space left. Care Patrol is another great brand with Best Life brands. Care Patrol also offers home care companionship services and also placement services for seniors. A newer brand to Best Life brands is called Boost Home Care. And so Boost Home Healthcare focuses more on the nursing care, physical therapy, occupational therapy, those services that are prescribed by a doctor when a senior is moving out of the hospital and transitioning back into the home. They need skilled services. So Boost Home Care is a brand new senior care brand, and as such, they are eager to expand their franchise across the country and are offering some terrific incentives if you're interested in skilled nursing franchise opportunities. Their franchise fee is $30,000 currently. Typically it's $60,000, but they're cutting their franchise fee in half for anybody who signs up with Boost Home Care before the end of August of 2024. And the total investment, you're looking at about 155 to 310,000. They have several different incentives as well around their royalty structure and also for the payment of the franchise fee. They're allowing you to make those payments over the course of many, many months. So really, really like that brand. As I mentioned earlier, speech therapy, physical therapy, and occupational therapy are all elements of Boost Home Care, which is payable through private pay as well as insurance and Medicare. It does take about 2 years to become licensed in most states across the US. But if you're interested in learning more about Boost Home Care, Comfort Keepers, or Care Patrol, I'd love to chat with you to share more information. A fourth brand, also part of the Best Life health services, is Blue Moon Estates. So if you're looking for a completely different kind of way to support seniors, perhaps those seniors who are looking to transition from their home into living with a family member or an assisted living, I love Blue Moon Estates. Blue Moon Estates is, just as the name mentions, it is estate sales. So as we age, we have accumulated a lot of things in our house. I have a lot of stuff in my house, and I'm not a senior yet, but I certainly know that if the time ever comes where I need to downsize, it would be wonderful to have a franchisee for Blue Moon Estates help me take inventory of my home, to go through which items are most important and valuable to me, and then create an opportunity for me to sell the things that no longer have a place in my life, to create income as a senior to help me in my next phase of my life. So those are four that I really are kind of fun and great way to service and give back to your community. Wanted to now transition to a couple of other senior care brands. One that I looked at in Phoenix for myself is QualiCare. QualiCare helps seniors in all different elements. They coordinate home care for seniors, as well as help to provide relocation services if that's what your need is. They can coordinate doctor's visits, provide updates to family members who may live out of state, you name it. And if the senior needs it, the franchisee is willing to go to pretty much any lengths to help that senior with their needs in their home or transitioning someplace else. The reason I didn't move forward with QualiCare is there was another franchisee that invested in the entire greater Phoenix market. And so I love that brand, and I've spent a lot of time evaluating that one for myself as well. Transitioning to a different kind of senior care. One of the things about senior care is you do have typically a lot of caregivers that you are managing and helping to support your patient caseload. But if you don't want to manage a large team of care people in your business, I might suggest taking a look at Hallmark Home Care. With Hallmark Home Care, they are more of a placement agency, so they do a lot of pre-screenings for companion and senior care, vetting them, doing background checks, and also finding out quite a bit about those caregivers and what their background is and how they might best align with connecting with a senior. So rather than placing somebody in, a job, kind of a job placement kind of company, this is a senior care placement where they're also going to interview the seniors and their families to really understand what the background is for that senior, what their history might be, what their needs are for the senior and their family. And then the Hallmark Home Care franchisee is going to be a matchmaker. matching that caregiver with the senior in the community. And then the senior and their family are going to hire that caregiver full time. So there's a lot of advantages to this senior care model. Oftentimes, the family can afford to pay a higher wage to that caregiver because they're not paying ongoing fees to the placement agency, and that senior also has the same consistent caregiver every single day or every single time that they're agreed upon to visit that senior and spend time with them. So there's building lifelong lasting connections between that person who's been placed in the home and that senior. So very interesting, different model for those of you looking at those type of senior care models. There are more than 40 different types of senior care franchises that I represent through Mint Franchise Consultants. Sometimes we take a look at your background and what type of senior care is most interesting to you, and then you'll go through the evaluation process and vet those particular brands. Part of it is based on availability. So if you are in a major metro market like Phoenix, where I am, we have a lot of seniors. 1 in 4 residents in the Phoenix metro area is over the age of 65, so there is a huge need for senior care. But there's also a lot of senior care agencies here. So we take a look, if you're interested in a particular market, on availability, the brands that are available, and then we would start you along the evaluation process to better understand the brands that match and align with where you live. Most of the senior care in-home brands do require a physical office space. So you would need to have an office for those home care service brands so you can manage and take care and maintain patient files in a secure office space, as well as have interviews with your caregivers and have a place for families to meet with you either in your office space or in a home care setting. As far as other requirements for most of the senior care franchises, they are looking for compassionate individuals who are looking to operate a successful business. You don't have to have a background in senior care like I did, but you do need to have a compassion for caring for people in your community, usually elderly or people with disabilities. You also need to understand the marketing elements in your market. One of the things that I love about senior care when I worked in that arena was networking with discharge planners in hospitals, working with assisted livings, group homes, and skilled nursing facilities to build a referral network for my business. I also enjoyed working with many of the nonprofits in my community. As I mentioned previously, was on the board of directors for the Alzheimer's Association and loved working with caregivers in that environment, running support groups, and also helping to address some of the needs of the caregivers and people that I served as a board member with the Alzheimer's Association. Typically, you'll need anywhere from a $30,000 to $60,000 investment for the franchise fee, depending upon the particular brand. But there's many different brands that are going to be an all-in total investment of under $100,000, and then there are several brands that may be more, somewhere between $100,000 to $350,000 in the senior care area. So lots of, again, different brand opportunities there. Assisted living locators and I'll Be There are 2 senior care placement companies. If you enjoy networking and seeing what senior care living options are available in a particular community, and then matching your clients with those assisted living or skilled nursing environments, that's another great way to be involved in the senior care sector. The earnings claims in senior care are also very powerful and very strong. You typically will have anywhere between 1 and 3 territories and can earn a very strong 6 or 7 figure income in senior care. So again, I have a long history in senior care since I was, I graduated from college, and that emphasis in gerontology through my initial career to a 25-year span in nonprofits, working with a lot of age-diverse groups, to helping people in my franchise consulting business find the right fit senior care business. So if you are interested in learning more, you can check out my website at www.mintfranchiseconsultants.com, or give me a call, and I would love to connect and share more about the senior care industry. Again, I'm Laura Rolfe with Powered by Franchising. Whoa.